Welcome to Book to Blueprint, where powerful books become practical blueprints for real life. You do not need more information, you need execution. This is Book to Blueprint. Today, we are not just talking about an idea, we're building a practical, step by step blueprint based on the incredible work of Bob Proctor. This isn't just for understanding, it's for doing. It's a guide to completely rewiring your life so that the success you want becomes, well, almost automatic. Let's get right into it. You ever have that feeling? I mean, it's so frustrating, right? You set the goals, you put in the hours, you hustle, but you just keep getting the same old results. It feels like you're sprinting on a treadmill. Well, the answer lies in something that most of us completely ignore, and that is exactly what we are going to deconstruct and rebuild today. So here's our game plan. We're going to walk through this blueprint in 6 clear parts. We'll start with the outcome you're aiming for, dig into the big idea behind it all, and then get super practical with the daily implementation plan. By the end, you'll have everything you need to get started. Okay, so what's the whole point of all this? What are we really trying to achieve? Look, we're not talking about a temporary fix or some feel-good motivation that wears off by Tuesday. We are aiming for a fundamental shift in your entire life. This is really about getting in the driver's seat of your life. The real outcome here is to stop the cycle of procrastination, self-doubt, and hitting invisible walls. It's about building a new inner foundation so that the results you want in your bank account, in your health, in your relationships, they start to show up automatically instead of feeling like a constant struggle. So, what is this invisible force that's been running the show? It all boils down to one single powerful concept that dictates pretty much everything you do. Think of it as the master program, the ghost in the machine, and we have to understand it before we can change it. Your paradigm. It's basically a collection of habits and beliefs that were programmed into your subconscious mind, a lot of the time without you even realizing it. It's this automatic program that's running 24/7, controlling how you see the world, how you act, and, you guessed it, the results you get. And this right here, this slide shows you the root of all our frustration. Your conscious mind, the thinking part of you, says, I'm going to earn $1 million. But your subconscious mind, the program, might be running an old script that says, we're not the kind of people who have money. And guess who wins that fight every single time? The program. It controls your body, your actions. This is why just trying harder with willpower almost never works long term. The best way to think about it is like a thermostat. Let's say your financial paradigm is set to 72 degrees. You might get a big bonus at work. That's a blast of hot air. But your inner thermostat will immediately kick in and find ways to get rid of that extra money to bring you right back down to 72 degrees. To truly change your results for good, you have to stop messing with the windows and doors. You have to walk over and change the setting on the thermostat itself. So the big question is, how do we actually change that thermostat setting? To do that, we first need to understand the operating system of the mind. These are the fundamental laws we're working with. And listen, these aren't suggestions or nice ideas. They're the rules of the game. If you want to build a new reality, you have to follow them. Okay, let's break these down. First out, the law of repetition. This is so important. Your old paradigm was wired in through years and years of repetition. You change it the exact same way, through disciplined, spaced repetition of a new idea. Next, the law of vibration. This is really the master law. Your paradigm controls your emotional state, your vibration, and you can only attract things that are in harmony with that vibration. So to attract different things, you have to change your vibration. Third, your mind is like fertile soil. It's not good or bad, it just grows whatever seed you plant. You can plant seeds of abundance and confidence, or you can plant seeds of doubt and fear. It's your job to be the gardener. And finally, create or disintegrate. In life, there is no standing still. You're either moving forward, creating, or you are automatically moving backward. It's a choice you make every single day. And this quote from Emerson just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly sums up the whole operating system. The thoughts and feelings you consistently impress on your subconscious, those are the cause. The results you see in your life, that's the effect. It's a law, just like gravity. All right, now we get to the really good stuff. This is the heart of our blueprint. This is the actual construction plan. We've talked about the what and the why, and now we're going to dive deep into the how. These are the exact steps you take to build that new reality. Step 1, define your goal. And we're not talking about any old goal. We're talking about what Bob Proctor called a C-type goal. This is what you really want, even if you have absolutely no idea how you're going to get it. It should make you excited and maybe even a little bit scared. Step 2, create your script. You're going to write that goal down on a card, but in the present tense, as if it's already done. Step 3, feel the reality. This is the secret sauce. You have to get emotionally involved. You have to generate the feeling of having your goal right now. Emotion is what impresses the idea on the subconscious. And step 4, act as if. You start living from the end. Your daily actions have to line up with the person who has already achieved this goal. And here's a powerful tool for step 2. Don't just write your goal down. Start your script with this exact phrase, I am so happy and grateful now that. This little trick does 2 things. It immediately puts you in a high vibration of gratitude, and it forces you to state your goal as a present tense reality. It's a game changer. You see, this is a massive mental shift. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is trying to get something. You start operating as the person who already has it. You're not working toward your goal anymore. You're coming from your goal. In your mind, it is a done deal. Okay, so building a new paradigm isn't a one and done deal. It's more like pouring a concrete foundation for a skyscraper. After you pour it, you have to reinforce it every single day while it sets. These next habits are your daily reinforcement. They are non-negotiable if you want to make this change stick. Think of this as your daily practice. Every morning, without fail, you write out your goal script. Every day, you do 15 to 30 minutes of purposeful study, and that means studying the same material over and over to really internalize it. Twice a day, morning and night, you visualize your goal and you feel the emotion of it being real. And every single day, you write down at least 10 things you're genuinely grateful for. This is how you rewrite the program. Now, what's going to make you do all this when you don't feel like it? Purpose. Let's be real, changing habits is uncomfortable at first. Your purpose, the thing you truly love to do, is the fuel that will push you through that discomfort. It's the why that makes the how possible. And finally, let's talk about the traps. These are the common pitfalls, these structural weaknesses that can make this whole new life you're building come crashing down. If you can avoid these, you are way ahead of the game. The number one mistake, by a long shot, is getting paralyzed by the how. You set a big goal, and your logical mind immediately starts screaming, but how are we going to do that? Here's the secret. The how is none of your business. Your only job is to get crystal clear on the what. What do you want? When you commit to the what, the how will show up, I promise. Mistake number 2 is treating this like school, where you just gather information. You read a book once and think, okay, got it, and then you move on to the next one. That's not how this works. More information won't change you. This is about reprogramming, and that only comes from deep, spaced repetition of one powerful idea until it becomes a part of who you are. And the final mistake is playing it too safe by setting realistic goals. Look, a realistic goal doesn't require you to change. It doesn't require you to grow. The whole point of a big, scary C-type goal isn't just about getting the thing. The true purpose of the goal is to force you to grow into the person capable of achieving it. Goals are for growing, so you've got to set a goal that defies logic. And this quote from Eric Hoffer is just the perfect way to wrap up our mindset. This whole journey isn't about becoming learned, someone who thinks they have it all figured out. It's about being a lifelong learner, someone who is always open, always growing, and always ready to adapt to a new and better way of being. So there you have it, the complete architectural plan for transformation. The laws are clear, the steps are laid out, and the tools are in your hands. The only question left is the one you see on the screen. What new blueprint will you start drawing today? If you have a book in mind that should be added to our list, comment below. If this blueprint helped you, subscribe, like, and build with us. More blueprints are coming. Stay intentional, stay consistent. We are doing this one book at a time. And remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So share this with them and grow together. Real progress becomes stronger when it is shared. Build your life one blueprint at a time. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you do.